Now, it's time for Community Appeal.
It is so important for our community to do what we can to educate ourselves and the people around us in order to prevent the spread of infectious diseases. Juan Otero, CEPA outreach worker, Isaac Santiago, peer volunteer, and Raul Matta, program supervisor at the Center for Education, Prevention, and Action, are here to tell you about a community-wide cleanup. Gentlemen, it's wonderful to have you here this morning.
Nice to be here.
Right off the bat, tell me about this cleanup that you're hosting.
Well, tomorrow we're going to be hosting a cleanup, and we're going to be gathering at our drop-in center in Holyoke. We're going to be getting together with staff, community volunteers, and some of our outreach workers, and we're going to be heading into shooting galleries where injection drug users often go to use drugs, and we're going to be going to clean up some of the bleach kits that we put there. And bleach kits are some of the things that we use for harm reduction, so we can help people get the tools that they need to clean the needles that they're using and to help stop the spread of infectious diseases.
So how big is the problem of drug addiction in our community?
Well, it's been a problem for a long time in Holyoke, and I think what we're seeing is more people transitioning from prescription drug abuse to heroin, which is a cheaper drug, and eventually beginning to inject drugs. And so that's sort of the issue that we're trying to address.
So now you put bleach kits at these shooting galleries, that's what they're called?
Yep.
Where people do shoot up,
yeah,
basically, and use drugs. So what they do is help to prevent the spread of infectious diseases.
Yep.
Now this community cleanup, what are you asking for in terms of volunteers and help? What is required of volunteers?
We're asking people, mostly adults, because there's some potential danger with what we're doing, because
Absolutely.
there may be needles and stuff in the areas that we're going to come together, and it's partially to clean these areas and to clean up these things that are in the backyards of kids' backyards and could become dangerous, but it's also to create some exposure and show people what's going on in these hidden parts of the city. And then afterwards we'll be coming back to CEPA and we'll be having a big barbecue grill, and it'll be a good time.
You get to eat.
Yeah.
Everyone loves to eat, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So Isaac and Juan, tell me, how has being a volunteer and an outreach worker, how has this positively impacted your life?
Well, me personally, to start off, active addiction is a very scary and lonely road. And CEPA gives you the tools that you need. In my case, gave me what I needed. I was very depressed, had no self-esteem. And CEPA gave me the tools I needed to build that foundation that I need so that my life can change for the better, like it has.
Yeah.
And it's great to go to bed at night knowing that I helped somebody. CEPA is not just a program. We don't treat people like clients. It's like a big family. So when one falls or one's hurting, we're all hurting. So it's wonderful to give back to the community that I felt I hurt at one point. So for me, helping, cleaning, and picking up all the stuff that we need to pick up is going to be wonderful.
And you're living proof that it has made a difference.
That it works.
Yes, exactly, and that people out there can also make a difference to help people.
Definitely.
And what about you, Juan? Tell me about the impact it's had on you.
No, I'm the outreach worker there, and my job there is to let the community and the clients out there let them know what we're all about. What we got to offer to the community and the clients out there, because like you guys mentioned before, it's a big infection out there and diseases that we got to educate people how to control it and minimize the spread of the disease, which is very important.
Absolutely.
And that's where I come in, and I have these volunteers, which they're doing a phenomenal job on getting involved and helping and giving back to the community that once they took.
So these bleach kits are placed out in these shooting galleries, and people are able to use them to prevent the spread of infectious diseases. Now, when you go and clean up, you're cleaning up the bleach, whatever they leave behind. Is that right?
Right.
Correct.
Yeah. Individuals use the bleach kits when we leave them in the alley so that they don't have to come into the drop-in center. There's a lot of shame associated with addiction, and so part of leaving the bleach kits is so that they can have it there ready for them and available when they're going to be using them. And what we've seen over the years is that they have been using them, which is great. And we see these bottles and the stuff inside the bleach kits littered throughout the alleys. And so in some ways, we're helping the community out, but we're also helping to, increase the amount of litter that's in these alleys. And so we want to go in there, we want to clean this up. We'll be cleaning up other trash that's in there as well. And hopefully we'll be leaving some signs that just say, this is what we do, this is why we did this, and directing people to our drop-in center to continue to get services.
That's wonderful. And you also are really big on harm prevention as well.
Yeah, it's called harm reduction. And what we do is, instead of telling somebody in order to get our services that you need to be clean or you need to stop using, we tell them that we're going to meet you where you're at. If you're using, let's find ways for you to do it safer so that we can, we focus more on the disease part than the addiction part. But we do offer the support, like Isaac said. If somebody is dealing with some issues around addiction, we can make referrals for them to get whatever services they need. And we also offer counseling and testing. And so you can come in, get counseling, get tested, and if you come out positive for anything, we're a part of the Holyoke Health Center. And so we can refer you directly to the Holyoke Health Center where you can receive treatment.
It's great that people have that resource. It's really wonderful.
Yeah.
So one more time, the
Absolutely.
community cleanup. The details, it's Thursday, June 2nd. Everyone meets at 330 Appleton Street in Holyoke.
Correct.
From 9 a.m. to noon. All adult volunteers are invited to
definitely.
come. And of course, there's a barbecue after. So
Definitely.
Absolutely.
if anything, just come for the community barbecue. So thank you so much, guys.
Thank
Thanks
you.
very
Appreciate
much.
it.
And for more information on how you can become an adult volunteer, you can call 413-536-8721 extension 30. You can also visit mymassappeal.com and just click on Community Appeal.